To the RGTC. It is a primetime game, and we are going to give you the lineup right now. Lineup for the Lymers. Read captain and goalkeeper. It's the man Daniel Bailey. Number 1, number 15 is Simon Anthony. Number 13 is Damon Bailey. And number 29 is Sidhu Bradshaw. Number 6 is Kenya Brown. And number 2 is Ricardo Carty. Number 3, Andrew Connor. Number 23, Richard Grant. Number 5, the man Kelvin Ryan Liddy. Number 9 is Terry Pompey. Number 10 is Carlos Richardson. That's the starting lineup. And the substitute, Jan Robney, Joquan Richardson, Kervin Lee, and the man Noah Bradshaw. It's the lineup and substitutions for the Lymers FC.
For the Western Predators, Shaquan Abbott, he's the number 2. Still on Nicholas Hughes, so Royal Cinder, he's back in goal for the Western Predators, number 120. Alton Speedy Brooks, he's the captain, number 11. Braylon Bryan, number 26. Kern Caddy, he's the number 10. Very dangerous goal scorer, Kern Caddy. Shaquani Carter, he's the number 3. Amari Lake, number 29. Evo Minette, the number 27. Alpha McLean, number 12. Felipe Joseph, number 14. And Kyron Woodley, he is the number 6. Still no matter for them to start with. Wasn't it to start the last game, and not to start this one as well. The man Imani Amidi. The Western Predators, they're in their black, white, and red strip, while the Lymers, they're in their green and white and black today. They do have a return of Daniel Bailey to goal. The man in the middle today, it is referee Hilton. It will be a very good game. First game, the first versus fourth game in the D-League playoff. The Lymers, of course, finished first by virtue of winning every single game. And winning every single game comfortably. A lot of 2-0, just comfort victories for the Lymers FC. Beating the Uprising, their last fixture, beating the Spartans, and beating the Western Predators in the group stages. While the Predators, they lost all of their group stage matches. They did score a few goals, scored a couple on the Uprising and scored one on the Spartans. They have to get their defensive work in order, however, because they concede a lot of goals, the Western Predators. The Uprising put 6 past them, the Spartans put 4 past them. Have to get the defense in order to have a chance against a very, very formidable Lymers side. The line, there is no Yannick Belches today for the Lymers FC. Their line will be led. Their line will be led by, it looks like, Damian Bailey. Damian Bailey, who's one of the best center backs in the league for the season, has to lead the line today. Well, that is an interesting call. But I think it's more out of necessity than anything. Because Andrew has to start, and Andrew cannot play that far upfield. You know, back in the olden days, Tunce was in the midfield, and Tunce was scoring goals to the midfield. Game has kicked off. The Lymers, they're kicking from a left to right of screen. It's Andrew finding Carlos Richardson. Back to corner. The turn in there by, it looks like Terry Pompey. And now Liddy. Liddy looking down the line. This could be troublesome early. And in the first minute of play, the Western Predators will go down. It's that left boot. It's that crucial left boot. It's Luigi. He makes it 1-0.
Well. It is the creative effort from the man, Colin Liddy, who squared a wonderful ball. And oh, what a finish. It was clinical. Caught the goalkeeper, indecisive, in no man's land, and putting it past him. Oh, that's a wonderful start to the Lymers FC.
I just spoke in the pre-match build-up about the fact that though the Western Predators score goals, they concede a lot of goals. They need to get their defense in order. That's too early. You can't get caught that high out so early from the kickoff. 35 seconds it took from back to front for the Lymers. A goal in a flash.
You took a lot. It was 34 seconds. Kenya Brown putting the ball in the net.
Fouled by Grant, free kick. Luigi. He's been scoring goals in the prelims. He scores in the early goings of this one as well. I don't know the goal scoring charts. The leaders for this D-League, I suspect Joran Gale is up there. I know Luigi's up there. I know Marcus is up there. Those three for sure, they are up there on the leaderboard. I don't know who's first, second, and third. But I believe that those three are the first three. Jordan Day is not too far behind either. But Luigi has refound his goal-scoring form in this developmental league. Grant goes inside and he will find Terry Pompey. He goes back to Liddy. Liddy did have the left back there on the overlap. Here's Pompey. And Liddy. Oh, they all went and left it. And here comes Junior. Dropped it back. Have a man out wide and Grant. They will use Rashad Grant. Grant hacks down. Well, in the early goings of this one, maybe a meter outside the penalty area.
It looks like half a meter outside the penalty area. Ooh.
That is not the challenge you want to make. That's frustration. Simply frustration from conceding so early. Well, can Luigi sneak one in at the near post? It's a very large gap for him to aim at. And now it's being covered. Luigi floats one hard to the back post. And a push, I believe. Free kick to the Western Predators.
Should have looked to float that one in with all those tall men on the back post. Likes of Liddy was waiting.
Sulu Bradshaw as well. He tried the driven delivery, the man Luigi. Very good at it. Luigi's he's found some form. Luigi has found some form. Very dangerous attacking player. Remember him back in the Salsa Ballers days. The man Luigi. He was difficult to deal with. That Salsa Ballers team was difficult to deal with. They had so many good players. Don't know how they let so many good players stay on one team. As the Western Predators, they can look to get back into this one. It's Kern Caddy looking to get forward. Caddy, a dangerous goal scorer. Of course, for the Western Predators, they're missing their main man, Alex Batchelor. Had an outburst in the last game they played versus the Spartans, resulted in him getting a red card. He's out today. He'll be a miss. Bachelor, of course, have scored, I believe, in the last game.
You know, he got to the Western Predators in front very early in the piece. The Predators were coming back to lose that game. Doc St. Kitts Nevis, not a really good baptism for them at their first ever Gold Cup.
Yes, has been beating. Jamaica, well, I think it was Trinidad actually had for them the first time around. Then the USA gave up, what was it, 7?
6-0.
I was watching the game for a bit. I'll be honest with you, Millie. I went to pee. And when it was 0-0, and when I came back, it was 3-0.
Yes, those 3 goals came in 4 minutes and some seconds. 4 minutes plus. It was under 5 minutes when for 3 goals. They just went in.
Honest,
like you turn on a top.
I went to pee, and I went to get a cup of water, and I came back, and it was 3-0, and I don't know what happened. I saw the 3rd goal going in.
Yes.
You can just,
Get into the top to those bigger leagues. I think it's what know what they have to do to be able to compete.
By contrast, Jamaica, they have had a very good Gold Cup tournament.
Jamaica has been dubbed one of the favorites to win the tournament. They have the 3 of the best forwards in the Gold Cup.
Indeed.
With the likes of Bailey and
Damari Gray, Mikel Antonio.
Gray has been
great. What a pickup Damari Gray has been for Jamaica. And even the man and the guy who plays for Fulham. Bobby De Cordova Reed. Another very good forward playing in the Premier League, Bobby Reed. They have Premier League experience in defense as well.
But look at the youngster now. Look at Whisper.
Dewan Richards, I know his name, Whisper.
Look at Whisper.
Scoring a goal there, the final goal.
The youngest man to score for Jamaica in a Gold Cup.
The only man who was younger than him ever in a Gold Cup, I believe, is Alfonso Davies, scoring for Canada at 16 years of age. Whisper, Dewan Richards. Ball whipped in high, hard and over. That boy can play.
You know, the coach was asked, about him, why he would name him, because there was some controversy. Well, not really controversy, but some
questions.
Questioning, because there were another player where he was questioned, why would you play him? He did not play in the JPL.
No, he did not.
Neither did Whisper. But he saw quality in Whisper. He saw not only quality but youthfulness, and putting both together, he gave him the opportunity, and he has been proven to be right.
Indeed, there was some questions. Here comes Carlos around the outside. There were some questions because Jamaica left out a striker with a lot of Premier League experience, Andre Gray. They left him out of the squad completely, Andre Gray. There were a lot of questions, and it simply came down to the coach preferred Whisper more.
Whisper is a younger player. He has just been signed. Is it Chelsea signed?
Chelsea has just signed up Dejuan Richards. He has just been signed to their academy. That boy has talent, but you can. He's not young anymore. He's playing with Preston North End. Damian Lowe in defense. Boy, he has looked very good. Damian Lowe has looked very good in defense. And he's been playing without his usual partner, Ethan Pinnock. Yes. He's had 2 partners. He first played with Adrian Mariappa. And then with Deshaun Bernard, the former Manchester United Academy man. And with 2 different partners, he's looked good. He's played very, very well.
Predators looking to advance here. Ball across, cut out by Bradshaw.
Well, Millie, the West Indies Herculean task
Let us
starts in about 6 hours' time.
Let us speak football. Let us speak football, please. I am not having a conversation with you about the West Indies team.
Herculean effort they have to put in. They have to win everything, and they need help if they want to qualify for this World Cup.
Because it's not just about the West Indies winning. They can win all their games and they're still coming home.
They need Zimbabwe to lose, and they need the Netherlands to lose. They need Sri Lanka to lose as well.
Ball coming through, and Bailey is going to collect very easily.
Easy work there. Early goal. Now the chances have dried up just a bit. And you can see in the early goings where the Predators struggle. The midfield is very open when Imani Amity is not in there controlling things. They miss him and they miss his presence a whole lot.
Ball through. It's a man Bailey.
Shot coming in there, but he does not the left boot Luigi has.
He was falling over. And in the end, not really troubling Alcindor.
Given away, here's Grant. Grant pokes this one forward. It's Junior Anthony here. Junior hits it!
Oh.
They're not dipping enough. Well, will be a goal kick. Western Predators down early. 1-0. And here comes Rashad Grant. Grant got a clip on the heel. It will be a foul. That's a pretty good position to whip a ball in. Or maybe Junior can hit it if he wants to.
Anthony stands over this one with the left boot. Shot and goal goes wide. Way over the top.
Junior couldn't keep it down. Well, Junior Anthony has not quite been at his best since he has come over to the Lymers FC. He's not looked a dangerous player. So here's a player down for the Western Predators. And if we ask if he can get up, he says yes. And he'll trudge over to the side. The best I saw Junior look in a Lymers shirt was the half hour he played with Varian Carty.
Well, that's a name that the Lymers would dare need to be fit and ready for the 2024 season. And last time I spoke with Tony, who would have seen him over in St. Kitts, said that he was recovering very well. So, again, Varian, recover well, son. And we look forward to seeing you back in the 2024 AFL season.
Look,
by the grace of God.
We see a number of players back. We look to see the Lions cohort back. We look to see Sylvanus James back. Has missed a large portion of the season with injury. I look to see a fit and healthy Gaza. And he's been struggling with injury as well. I think Shortman has been done with injury. Wabi's been struggling with injury. It's been an injury-riddled season. No, Boris got injured as well. We saw Boris when he got injured. Took a tumble right just below us. Health of the players is always most important. Throw comes in short. It's Luigi. Luigi tumbles over. Trying to play this one into the mixer. That's easy pickings for the Western Predators defense. They just pump it straight back to Liddy. Liddy, that's a good ball. But easily dealt with in the end by Caddy. And now, good ball by Speedy. He has speed as well over on the outside, the young man. Turning, but there's no company for him. There's no one there. And there's no need to give up the corner either. Wasn't aware of his surroundings. He headed the ball out for a corner, but there was no Predator shot within 20 yards of him.
And that is what happens to the Predators. They are so defensive-minded that when they are attacking with really little numbers.
It will be a corner to the Predators. Is this the opportunity to get back into it?
Game very young, very early. Very early days in the game. Corner taken short. And then nothing.
You know my stance on short corners. I'll say no more on it. I may sound like a grumpy old man stuck in the past, but I like a good old ball whipped into the mixer. It can send Grant through here. It does send Grant. Grant now has company. It looks like Abbott. And Grant wins a free kick. Liddy will take it early. A good looking ball as well. Put back across goal, but Royal Cinder is there. Cinder does a very good job on field for Western Predators. It's a going goal today now, Grant. Shifts it wider for Damon Bailey. Bailey drops this one off. Looking inside there. Tussling, they're fighting for the ball. And eventually, Predators will win the throw-in. It's a battle of between Joseph and Carlos, and Felipe Joseph did well in the end. New look Predator side yet again. They cycle through players. They really cycle through players. Remember the days when the likes of Jason Bryan and Andre Maurice and Niall O'Neill were tearing it up. Even before that, Sherman Anthony, Kevin Carty, and Moses Madrigal were tearing it up.
And the man Junior was in goal.
Indeed. Indeed he was. Remember those old Predator sides. Played out a classic with the Eagle Claw. I think the game ended 5-3. Well, it was really a Sherman Anthony show. We haven't seen Sherman Anthony for a very long time either. Signed to the Ducks United now, I believe, Sherman. Hope to see him soon. Junior. Luigi. Luigi, that's a very good ball. Grant was offside. He couldn't bend the run enough. Had to bend it back in, then curl it away. Well, 20 minutes have come and gone. 1-0. Goal coming. And the first minute of play off the boot of Luigi. Here's Luigi. Predators. And now looking to go forward, it's Evo.
Gives it away uselessly. Not sure he was looking for there.
And now it's troublesome because Bailey looks to lay this one on. That's a good turn as well. And he's hacked down. Referee says, get up. Referee says, get up. And now here's Felipe Joseph. Felipe looks to send this one out wide.
Does well.
It's a twist and turn, and he does get away well.
That's Alpha.
I said maybe Alpha McLean. It is Alpha McLean, in fact. Felipe Joseph, he's guilty of that. He likes to go down for a reckless challenge. No need. Not there.
It's your attacking turn. You're not trying to defend a goal, defend your team.
Bailey has a run if he wants to use him. Bailey goes back to Rashad Grant. And Rashad Grant stings the gloves of Alcindor. And now here come the Predators. Looks like Kern Caddy. Like to put this one out wide. So saying for a moment, I can't see Speedy. He's supposed to be playing in the midfield. Played in and Bailey collects.
Shot and goal. Shot and goal by the Predators.
Yes, Carlos. A lady in way too much room. You can't give Lady that much room in the midfield. He'll pick out someone, and that someone is Rashad Grant. Grant has a couple of runners making their way in. Grant butts it back toward Bailey. Bailey has Liddy to use if he wants to. It's Liddy. One-time shot. They became a very... they always had just the one attacking focal point. It's a good-looking ball toward Junior. They always had the one attacking focal point. And it ended up being hit the ball to you, and you do something with it. You try and create something. And now they have some attacking prowess. Likes of Alex, likes of Alcindor when he's on the field. Kern Caddy is very good. Alpha McLean is very good going forward. They have attacking talent. Yes, Felipe Joseph was back out looking for Alpha.
That's an offside.
Not offside, says the AR. Alpha gives this one away, looking to get back to Medina. It's Felipe Medina Joseph.
That's a foul.
You can't do that. You can't just put the ball between your legs. That's how the game of football is played, son. Sidhu. It's now a lady. Bailey. Well, they're getting forward. The Lymers. Oh, he's limping. He's limping. Didn't even try to get back into the play. And that could be troublesome because it will fall here. The flag was flapped by the AR.
Could have been for a handball.
Indeed. Here comes Joseph driving forward.
Oh, that's a foul. Nothing says the referee.
Tells Felipe Joseph to get up.
That's a push, Doc.
Here's Liddy. Bailey. Back to Liddy. Looking for Grant here. And now it's like Terry Pompey. Grant hits one. That's a good save by Roy Alcindor. It was bending toward that far corner.
Tremendous save there. Acrobatic save by Alcindor. Moving to his right, diving away and punching it around his post. Tremendous work by Alcindor.
It will be a corner to the Lymers. We know how dangerous the Lymers are from corners. And the Predators don't have too much height. It's in towards Suru Bradshaw. Came off the shoulder. Not dealt with. It's Grant here. Grant needs some support. Finds it in Carlos. Shifted across. And now floated over. Will fall here. And it's still the Lymers shifting, driving through. And it will be 2-0. And it's Sadu Bradshaw up from center back. He makes it 2-0.
In the 27th minute of play, from the head of the dangerous man, from set pieces, he stayed up. And Sadu Bradshaw makes it 2-0 in the 27th minute of play.
It's going to be a long day for the Predators' defense. 2-0. This is the Lymers scoreline, but the goals aren't done yet. We saw in the prelims that Predators, they didn't get a sniff at the Lymers goal. Doubt they'll get one today as well. Lymers defense, it's so solid. I don't think they've conceded throughout the prelims. Thinking back, they didn't concede. They haven't conceded, I don't think. It's so difficult to get through that Predator. That not the Predators' defense for certain. The Lymers' defense. Here's Grant. He's on side here, Rashad Grant. Grant, loose touch. The fans at home won't know what I'm talking about. What's good for the gander?
What is good for the goose?
What's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander, I guess. Fans at home won't know what we're talking about. I don't like to see it. You can't do for some and not for others. Here's Grant. Back to Carlos. Carlos. And Liddy, ever composed, goes back to Sadu. Speedy leading the charge. Now it's Felipe. Felipe Joseph goes all the way back. And now it's Ken Caddy. Giving away. This is troublesome. This is too much trouble. Oh, Tuns. You don't have the pace anymore, Tuns. That's a good ball forward by Royal Sender. Toward Felipe Joseph. Joseph let it run, and Carlos collected. Now Andrew Connell, it's a good ball into Terry Pompey. Now Luigi. Luigi still. Back to Luigi again. That's a good ball out while he's offside. Offside call.
Against the man, Anthony.
Booted forward. And this could be troublesome as it's Speedy here. Speedy. Still Speedy. Going back to the old days. Busting down the wing. Putting in a ball. And Joseph was lurking. Danny had to be quick off the line. Grant. Green grass to run into, place it down the line. It's back to Grant. Grant looking for and finding Damian Bailey here. Bailey cuts this one back all the way to Liddy in space. Liddy teeing up an effort. But he can't keep it down. Always rising from Colin Liddy. And it's a good ball out wide from Alcindor to find Felipe Joseph. Joseph, who's been this Predators team maybe the longest outside of Braylon Bryan, Felipe Joseph.
Yeah, it was there from inception, indeed.
Both him and Braylon Bryan there from the start of this the Predators' journey. Again, you remember when Henry Fleming was their goalkeeper for a long time. Remember Rana had a run in there. Yes, the man Rana.
Adams, yes.
That's a good ball forward. He's in space as well, Felipe Joseph. Easy for Daniel Bailey. Remember when they had the Spanish guy who was in the midfield for them. Very tough customer. Looking for Grant here. It's Bailey. Good fall here. Instead up to shift this one wider, and the shot by Luigi. No trouble at all. The best I must have seen the Predators defense look. So they had the man of Lewis playing a center back for them. He was a very good pickup of Lewis. Helped them a lot. Him and Fulton Lockhart in that defense formed a very solid partnership. Here's Bailey. It's Damian Bailey. Drags the shot wide.
Just pulling too much on the ball. Bailey looking to go for a corner and just pulling on it and putting it wide. In the 34th minute of play, it's 2-0. A goal coming in the first and 27th in the first minute of play from the boot of the man Ikenya Brown, and in the 27th minute of play from the head of Sido Bradshaw.
Yes, remember when Angelo was in that midfield, he was a tenacious player, Angelo. Always difficult to come up against because if he couldn't get the ball, he was taking out the man. Here's Luigi. Well, referee pulls it back. Free kick to the Predators.
And I've never seen cards flown around like in the early season of the Predators. They played rough football, and they're still playing that.
Still playing rough football. It was a Spanish trio. It was Rigoberto, Heriberto, and Angelo in that midfield. Poor you having a tough day. They conceded a lot of goals, but you weren't leaving with your ankles intact. Grant gets caught out here. And it's going to be laid off. This could be troublesome. It's Alpha here. Alpha McLean hits it. Oh, off the crossbar. What a save by Daniel Bailey. Alpha McLean. That could have been troublesome.
Ooh, from way out. Ooh, what a shot that was. The young man, Alpha McLean, he pounded it well. And it took the hand of Bailey onto the crossbar and out. But that was a wonderful shot from the young man.
It was curling and dipping. Bailey had to make a very good save. It will be a free kick, corner, to the Western Predators. It's 2-0, but the game isn't over. The game is far from over. This one put into the mixer. Not dealt with initially, but now booted upfield.
Still all of 55 plus minutes to play that.
Indeed, but you need better quality than that. Goal kick. Here's Grant. All the way back to corner. And Liddy. Now Bradshaw. Long touch, but no trouble. Here's Richardson. Rashad Grant. As the overlap, will use the overlap. It's Carlos Richardson. Richardson needs support. He'll find it in Junior. Junior finds Bailey back to Carlos Richardson, who's in an offside position. Predators don't know who they want to take this defensive free kick. I don't think there should be too many arguments over it. It's a defensive free kick. And now it's Grant. Referee, you can let them play. You can let them play. You don't need to pull it back. Grant was going with the ball. It will be a free kick. Sadu going forward again. They have pace back there in case of a counter. Carlos is fast, Ricardo is fast. Not deep enough to find Sadu, but Luigi on the volley. Behind for a goal kick. Ball booted forward, dealt with, and eventually it will come toward Colin Liddy. And Liddy has Luigi out wide. He'll use a Kenya Brown. Liddy shifts this one inside. That's a loose touch. Very, very loose touch. Now, it was Terry Pompey who wanted the return pass. Bailey using his strength. Now finds Terry Pompey. Back to Bailey. Poked away. The Predators can look to move this one, but it looked like Bennett caught in possession. Here's Grant. Grant around the outside. Rushard Grant whips it in, but he can't keep the header down.
Anthony from inside of the 6-yard box puts it over the top.
Junior, you have to kill. You have to put those one on goal. The ball wasn't too high. Just have to get over it. And now Hilton is blowing the whistle. He's going over. And it's just a talking to. Hilton's gotten lenient. Grant finding Bailey. Bailey has a runner to walk with. It will fall to Rushard Grant, blocked by his own player. Rushard Grant was looking to rip the net off the post. But Junior Anthony got in the way. And now it's trouble. Well, it could have been trouble had it fallen to Alpha McLean. Straight back to the Lymers FC. Liddy. Bailey's offside, so he goes back to Junior. Now Rashad Grant. Back to Junior Anthony. Lovely turn by Junior. Junior's in here. Junior Anthony still. Why are you passing there? Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, please, Junior.
Well, he has no interest in scoring a goal tonight. You don't want to score a goal tonight. If it's one thing, the man Alcinda, he really just put his lace through this ball. He gets it very, very high. Not seen a goal kick going that high over the stands.
I lost the ball. The ball went well above my view.
To get a ball higher than the towers.
It wasn't just high, it went far as well. And he translated the height he got on that into distance. He could have gone goal to goal. It's a good ball. It's a bad touch. The touch had to be forward. It wasn't. Speedy will be caught out. It's Sidhu making the overlap. Sidhu going up the road full speed. But it's Luigi. Let's Bailey, lovely ball. Rashad Grant is in. Rashad Grant. That's a good save by Alcindor. Grant should have put that one away. Should have put that one away. Didn't get it far enough into the corner. Right, they hit it first time. Maybe could have taken a touch. Maybe. Carlos. Moves back to Andrew. Liddy. Playing centre back now because Sidhu decided he wanted to go on a bit of an excursion. They're both on side. It's Grant. Grant. Bailey. Shielding him. It's too easy for Damon Bailey. That's how you play as a false nine. That's how you play as a target man. Carlos. Bundle over. That will be a free kick. What are they to check the Gold Cup action? I was taking a peek at the game yesterday, I believe. With Qatar versus Honduras. I think it ended 1-1 or was it 2-1? I can't remember.
I'm not sure which one of football you watched. Huh? I thought the one I looked. And this is.
It's off the crossbar and it will fall to Bailey. It's not in. It's cleared away.
Isn't that a handball?
Well.
Isn't that a handball? Corner. Doc and Joseph beaten 1-0 by.
Oh yes, it was a controversy at the end. There was a controversy at the end of that game. And Millie, I knew I wasn't drunk. 1-1. I remember the goal scoring late in that one. I remember watching the game. I knew I wasn't drunk. It was 2 red cards were shown at the end, but it was a goal for Elbert Ellis. It was 1-1.
Doc, what are your predictions in that St. Kitts Jamaica game?
Jamaica 3-0. Good ball in.
3-0?
3-0.
Over St. Kitts?
3-0.
Jamaica 3-0 over St. Kitts.
Yes, I suspect that Jamaica, because they have qualified, they may opt to go with a couple substitutes. So you may see of maybe a Corey Burke. This is a good run here. Or Shaman Nicholson getting a start over maybe a Mikel Antonio. You maybe see the man of Whisper getting a start. So they won't be as free-flowing as you'd see a Jamaican attack usually. I suspect Bobby Reid may not start that next game as well.
No.
You can play him in. Oh, the ball was there centrally. Bailey. He does have Junior now. Junior one-on-one. Junior can go around the outside. Junior still took too long. Here's Luigi. Luigi still in here. And Luigi shepherds it out for a corner. Yes, in the Panama-Martinique game, it was 2-1 in favor of Panama. And in the game going on now, El Salvador and Costa Rica. Still goalless into the 30th minute. Well, no one wants to take the corner. Now it looks like Grant is going over to take it.
2 minutes goes up on the board. We are already into extra time.
The first half has flown by. Not a good corner. And it could be an own goal. It is an own goal. He just stuck a boot out. It wasn't a good corner at all. But when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. Alcindor is beaten 3-0.
Yes, 3-0. And that's an own goal in the 45th minute of playing. Dejected, but it's true. And they start hanging their heads. The Western Predators. It's 3-0.
3-0 in this first half. I'm looking to see who ended up scoring the goal. To see who the own goal was courtesy of. It was played in. And who was a touch at the near post. It was a touch at the near post. I can't tell. The quality dropped at the wrong time. That will be the halftime whistle. We'll get who scored the own goal for you. And I do believe it may have been, I think it may have been, I'm not certain. Was it Alpha? It could have been Alpha McLean. You'll get confirmation for you in the second half, but at the halftime whistle, it is the Western Predators who have a hole to dig themselves out of because they are down some 3-0. We will join you in about 12 minutes' time for some second half action. But for now, we'll take you back to Master Control. Welcome back to the REGTC. We're at the resumption of play. It is the Lymers, if you're just joining us. Went into the halftime break. 3-0 up. Goals coming early in the piece from Luigi within the first minute. Then Sadu Bradshaw added one with his head. And then right on the stroke of halftime, it was an own goal from, I believe, Alpha McLean. That means it's 3-0. Change made for the Lymers at the half. Looked like Khalid Hughes. He's come in and replaced Colin Liddy. Saving Liddy for the final. If they get there. It's looking likely, but still a half to play. What you can do in one half, we can do in the other.
It's football. The ball is wrong, Doc.
We've seen incredible turnarounds happen too many times. Ball lobbed over the top. Easy walk for Danielle Bailey. Luigi. The touch, it will be a throw-in that will go the way of the Lymers FC. Lymers just need to see things out, and they would have booked their ticket to the final.
Doc, tomorrow it's a doubleheader Saturday as well. At 6 in the p.m. uprising. I don't know, you're not going to have your first game indeed. It's going to be uprising versus Spartans. And to cap the night off, it's going to be the Shining Stars versus the Gazelles.
Well, that's a good turn there. Bailey can hit them. Team and Bailey can't keep the shot down. Well, the N15s have gone with all my players. They took my keeper, my backup keeper, my captain, and one of my starters as well.
Doc, I'll hope to see you in the goal.
I'm not going to give away who's going to be in goal just yet.
Well, if it's not you, it's got to be the man Harden Hodge.
Maybe we have another surprise coming. You never know who may go in goal. We have some surprises up our sleeve. Can't give away anything. I know Trey's listening for sure. Trey, we're not giving you anything right now.
Indeed. Well, you did tell me that it could be the man Rogers.
I never said anything of those sorts. You just never know who could go in goal. Maybe have another youngster up our sleeve.
I'll be waiting to see.
Hey, maybe not sick and go in goal.
We wait to see.
You never know.
We wait to see. Western Predators looking to mount an attack here. Broken down immediately. Ball cut out to Bradshaw.
Still the Lymers looking to go forward. It's a good pass. He's in behind here. Puts a ball in. Dealt with. And rather casually can come away with it. And Bradshaw says that's a bit too easy. Now it's Ricardo Carty. Dropping this one off and getting it back from Junior Ricardo. Ricardo still Bailey. Hughes. Back to Bailey. Bailey driving one across to the far post. There's a bit too much on it. Behind for a goal kick. Still the Lymers. Shifted wide for Ricardo. Driving forward, Ricardo. Ricardo wants to hit this one. It's whip. Ooh, a lot of movement on that shot there from Ricardo Carty. Would have caused a lot of trouble had it been goalward. Not a bad effort at all, Ricardo.
It wasn't fortunate for Alcinda. It was off target.
One again, this time for Grant. Grant looking to put one inside. Only finds a black, white, and red shirt, and the Predators will win the free kick. Bolted over the top. And now it's the Lymers yet again. It's been wave after wave of attack. Can they penetrate the Predators' defense once more? It's a good ball in, and Alcinda comes out and deals with it the old school way.
Indeed.
Here's Ricardo. Bit too over anxious. That's a good looking ball. As the Predators having trouble clearing it. Putting it into each other, whiffing on the ball. And that's a drive at goal. That's only a hazard to the cars behind the goal.
Goal kick into the 53rd minute of play.
Looks like Jerry Bryan, I believe, has made his way onto the field of play for the Western Predators. I believe he is one of the changes.
Right.
Jerry Bryan maybe one, and maybe it's Nomar Rodriguez the other. As Bailey, he can hit them, Bailey drives it. Flashes across the face of goal. Well, they've been shooting from the hip. They've not connected on any of the long shots thus far. They've not really made Alcinda make a save. So that was a shot from Grant that was pretty much hit into his boot. I don't think Alcinda has had to make a single save, but he has conceded 3. Granted, one of them was from his own player.
All 3 goals coming in the first half of play. Final goal coming on the brink of halftime. And that was from a corner kick that went into his net from an own goal.
Sidhu finds Khalid Hughes. Hughes has Ricardo Carty on the overlap. Carty around the outside. Carty still looking toward Bailey. Bailey. Ricardo puts it in. It's bouncing around and trickles wide for a goal kick.
How did Carty tread that ball through that gap? How did he tread that ball through that space, Doc? Oh, he did well. Got the ball across, and all it needed was a finishing touch.
Very good work from Ricardo Carty. Very willing runner as well, Carty. Both fullbacks, in fact, for the Lymers are willing runners, both Carlos and Ricardo. It's Bradshaw. They've experimented a lot. Not the Western Predators, the Lymers. They've tried Noah Bradshaw at fullback at times. They've had to throw Terry Pompey at fullback. Yeah, they've had to experiment. They've thrown Ian Romney at fullback at times as well. But Lymers, they just I don't know.
I know, but Sido and know at times. Change role.
They're just that nagging team to play against. When they're playing against a side that you may consider superior, they just stick around in those games, and they happen to hit you when you least expect it. They can always pull back a game at the last moment. They've done it countless times, and then against opposition that you expect them to beat, it's just comfortable. It's not exciting.
Very much so.
It does the job, and it does the job well. They like nice, tidy, comfortable wins. The 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 victories. Just nice, compact, solid defensive football. You score your goals, and we knock around the ball till the game is over.
Man sits down. Been attended to. Medics has been called onto the field.
Man, Cutty moving a lot more freely. And we saw Winston Duncan moving a bit earlier.
Yeah, gets up.
Of course they do.
Immediately as medics came on.
If the medics came on, you have to go off, don't you? And he is going off. I think he could have just waited for the medic to come at that point. We're approaching the hour mark in this one. It's the Predators that need to score. They need to score fast. They have to keep the ball and play first. Shifted out wide for Carty. Carty can travel. Carty has nothing but room. Bailey shifts it wide for Clyde Hughes. Hughes has runners in the middle. One of them is Ricardo. Deflected away, Ricardo will win the corner. Carty is very adept at using his left boot.
Very much so. And it's going to be a corner to the Lymers, and they're taking their own sweet time, and they are heading the game.
Grant will put in this delivery again. His last corner was not good, but they got a goal out of it. Can he create something this time, Rashad Grant? Grant with the delivery. That's a much better ball in. Headed clear, but not clear enough. The follow-up volley, and the referee says no to the AR. The AR saw a hand, and Hilton immediately said nothing doing. Here's Luigi. Poked across. All the way now to Hughes. Hughes goes back to Junior. Junior driving. Junior going all the way. Junior down to the byline. Corner. What can Coach Samaro do? Does he have anything left in the tank? Or does he do what coaches do when they have nothing left and bring himself on? Ball in. Sadu has an open header. Can't generate power. Oh, that's not good at all by Alcindor. A volley at goal cleared away. And it's still with Sadu.
Don't think Junior is going to take those chances at all.
Junior is not in a scoring mood today. Junior wants to play creative, wants to play like Tom Brady, the quarterback. ball upfield.
But he doesn't have any runners.
And he's complaining about that. Now, where is everyone else? Well, I think that I'm not certain. They're all caught back playing defense. They're all back playing defense. Predators, they have a very deep defensive line. They have held up the Lymers so far. But granted, that's the Lymers that have taken up Colin Liddy at this point. So we've already come to the realization that they don't think the Predators can score 3 goals on them.
Can they score one, Doc?
Well, they didn't score any the first time around, and it didn't look like they were going to score already. I'm not certain if the Predators will score today. That's a good ball. That's a lovely run as well. It's Luigi. Luigi puts it back across goal. There's no one there. The Predators. It's gone back very much to the Predators of old. Lump it forward. You go do something with the ball. Go and create something for us. They don't have that streaking attacking play that they pretty much became renowned for a while. The likes of Kern Caddy, Alcindor, Alpha, all streaking forward, getting themselves on the action. Woodley Richardson, all streaking forward. They had youngsters that were running at you.
Woodley and Woodley Richardson are not here tonight.
Woodley is starting today.
Woodley started, but Woodley Richardson is deeply missing from this attack.
Indeed, ball through, not dealt with. It's a sliced clearance, and Clyde Hughes come over to get it. Hughes knocks it into the play and wins another corner. Predators, they are missing matter.
Indeed. That's one of the key players.
He is the key player, the man matter. That's, it's the dilemma that some players face. Where you might say that they have a lot of quality, and you may want to say, well, maybe move to a team that's challenging for titles. As it's Sidhu Bradshaw in here. The volley by Grant is deflected. Because you saw with maybe Southampton last in the Premier League with James Ward-Prowse. A lot of people said he has too much talent to stay at Southampton. We've seen with Declan Rice now. He had too much talent to stay at West Ham. Now he's gone over to Arsenal, it looks like. Nothing confirmed yet. But it's looking very likely Rice will be going to Arsenal. So it's a dilemma a lot of clubs face when they have talented players.
Yes. You see a number of times you have a lot of talent, but that talent just cannot click together.
Indeed. And here comes Bailey, actually. Damian Bailey. Good save in the end by Roy Alcindor. There was no greater example of a whole lot of talent and nothing clicking than Chelsea last year. They bought everybody in the world. They spent about 400 million to finish, 11th? And the only signing for them that looked promising really was Enzo Fernandez. Everything else, and now they're having a big clean-out sale. They've sold maybe 7 players already, and the window has just opened. And they've sold Mount, they've sold Aspilicueta, they've sold Edward Mendy, they've sold Loftus-Cheek, they've sold a lot of players because they have to get players off the books and get players that fit a certain structure and a certain style.
Oh, that's a foul.
Foul, free kick.
This could be telling for the referee is going to his top pocket. Yellow card.
It will be a free kick to the Lymers halfway through the second half, 3/4 of the way through this game. Smooth sailing thus far. No bumps in the road. Bailey's been a pedestrian. It's been easy work. Ladies, they got 3 goals in the first half. Took out Lady. Come and enjoy the rest of this half, coach. Want to preserve Lady for the final. And know that he's had a bit of injury troubles. So it will fall toward Ricardo Carty. Ricardo Carty's shot! Dealt with by Alcindor. He can't fall that many times. How many times can one man fall? Advantage. Well, he's tripped on the ball actually, and he's just knocked it away and out of play. It's leaky on this right side. The Predators just couldn't get onto it. Too much pepper on that one. The Predators have opted to play speedy up front today rather than in the midfield area where he usually plays. And Luigi pushing one forward. I suspect that maybe Kyron Woodley might have been better self playing up front and Speedy in the midfield, but they switched as Speedy and Woodley. It's just not worked. Woodley's just been running around in there. Has the ball now, Kyron Woodley. Finds Lake. Back to Woodley, but now nobody's making the run forward that he would be making. Here's Lake.
And it's just giving away.
Speedy. Woodley. Throw in. Back in the olden days, Speedy was streaking down the wing. Spartans and the Enforcers. The man Speed. That's a good turn by Woodley. Lay this one off. Woodley goes down. It will be a free kick. If Minette involved there. Minette a little touch and giving it back. That was good play by Minette. It will be a free kick. No Speedy can hit them. Person's kind of keep it down. Speedy, that's a good hit, but straight at Daniel Bailey.
Comfortable take.
And now there could be trouble because they're streaking away, but he's streaking back. They're young and they're fast, the Western Predators.
And one thing I love with the Predators, it doesn't matter how much goals you score against them, they still play as if they are just coming onto the field.
Lots of energy, lots of life in the Predators side, especially the Predators youth. Only thing missing is the discipline. We've seen them put it together a couple times. Carty finds Pompey. And now Grant. I wonder if Coach Sauer wants to get dressed. Not because he needs to play well, But if you want to save some of your key players for the final, you don't want to risk them getting injured. The likes of a Sadu or a Carlos or a Bailey. You don't have many subs left. Maybe you can put on the jersey and save your player.
Well, you have players. You have subs on the bench. You have the likes of Joquan Richardson. You have the likes of Lee. You have players.
Indeed, I did miss the big man, Kevin. Lee is there. Shutter. Played a good game at left back against the Uprising.
How
Shutter.
can you?
It's Bailey. It's Bailey. It's Damian Bailey. And it's a good save by Alcindor. The header goes wide.
For it to be 3-0 in the 72nd minute of play shows the resilience of the Western Predators.
I think Richardson and Shot have to come on very soon. They want to get Sadu off the field for certain. It's your key defender. It's Ricardo. Still running. Tease him up here. Shot always going wide. Wanted to make a change, but Predators won't let them. Predators like to move fast. It goes back to Kyron Woodley. Minute. Searching ball, and Connor shepherds it into Daniel Bailey. Well, I don't like to call games early, but the game's been over since the halftime whistle, really. Predators haven't troubled Daniel Bailey at all. They need to change that. The Predators are not a side that will stop you from scoring. They have to outscore you. In the games you saw them win against Spartans and the Eagle Claw, they didn't stop the teams from scoring. They just outscored them. And that's what they have to do.
And it's very difficult doing that to the Lymers.
Indeed. No, the Lymers don't concede goals. And it's Luigi in space. Luigi! Alcindor says that's too easy.
Equal to the task.
Alcindor gets a lot of distance on those kicks. Grant. Luigi couldn't collect the touch. So header is one, and he will get the return as a thank you. Now the Predators. Does have Lake streaking, but Ricardo Carty is fast. Sadu finds Luigi. Junior. Grant. Grant to Junior. Junior's taken out. Hilton says, get back up, man.
No runners. No runners down.
You know, Speedy's not going to make the run. The Speedy isn't Speedy anymore. The age just gotten up to him.
But if you're not going to run, why are you playing up front?
Oh, I guess the same reason that Bailey isn't playing up front, target man. But to play as a target man, you need runners around you. It's back toward Clyde Hughes here. Hughes drops this one off toward Bailey. It's Damian Bailey still. Damian Bailey!
Bailey is a total different thing. Bailey is making runs.
And he's dragging defenders. He's not making fast runs, but just making a runner. Yes. Will drag a defender. The change will be made now.
Carlos Richardson is the man making way for Richardson.
It's Joquan Richardson. I did say they need to get Carlos and Sadu out. Hopefully Sadu is not too far away.
And it's not Carlos. It is Bailey.
So it is Damon Bailey.
It's Bailey who is giving way for Joquan Richardson.
Let's have to pray and hope for no injuries. Who will go up front? Shaquan is a defender by trade. Hughes. Looking to find Luigi. Back to Hughes. Hughes turning. And a Jerry Bryan. No nonsense clearance. Sidhu pokes it toward Jaquan Richardson. Clyde Hughes. Puts in a teasing ball all the way to the back post. Shot deflected. I don't think the Lymers really want to score. Bradshaw. As Junior. Junior beats the man too easily. Junior into what Luigi. Touch too wide. A corner kick. Game has slowed right down to a crawl. That's what the Lymers do. They get the goals, they see the game out, slow it down, knock it around, don't concede. They have a philosophy, they stick to their philosophy. It may not be pretty, but it works. It's worked since they've come into the league. They've had players come in, they've had players go out. They have players that can't come to every single game, but there's always someone who can come in and do a job. And no matter who's missing, once they can field an 11, they have 11 guys on the field who can do the job that they're told to do.
Indeed.
Coach Sauer is running a very tight ship, and it's a ship that's been getting results.
They were in the Champions League last year, and they were relegated to the D League this year, and they are heavy favorites of winning this D League.
In fairness to them, they only made the D League on goal difference, I believe. It was the Eagle Claw that snuck in. They both had 19, but the Claw had the better goal difference, surprisingly. Because the Claw, they concede a lot of goals, but they score a lot of goals as well. As it's booted away, it will be yet another corner. It's been a barrage of corners.
Junior solves it in, and brilliant save off the head of Ricardo Carty. And Alcindor touches over the crossbar. He had to. It was heading goalwards. Wonderful. Better work there by Alcindor. Brilliant header by Carty.
Corner number 2. Booted into the area again. This time headed clear. You put this one back in dangerously. Punched away. He's out of the goal. And Luigi, lovely save. Follow-up effort. It's still a scramble. And it's eventually going to be put away. Well, not quite just yet. Now the shot comes in, and Alcindor.
Oh, Alcindor, the man who has kept the scoreline 3-0. He has done a superb job in goal for the Predators.
It's not conventional. It's not pretty.
But it's effective.
It's effective. Still driving. Too much space. Just wide. Just wide. Back with the Lymers. Giving away. A rare mistake. Can the Predators capitalize? Into the final 10 minutes.
Where are the numbers? Poor walk.
Final 10 minutes of a game that has slowed to a drag. That's Lymers football. That's just the way Lymers football is played. Hughes. No offside. It's Clyde Hughes whipping a ball in.
Ooh,
That boy Alcindor can keep.
Alcindor.
That guy can keep.
I would love to see him in a national setup.
Well, he's good on the field and he's good in the goal. But it's Luigi. Luigi poking this one through.
He's fast. You know, with when I said national setup, with being able to come through a proper training regime.
Proper goalkeeping training.
Yes, he's.
You know, the national team goalkeeping coach is the underage national team goalkeeping coach is Junior Anthony. He's playing for the Lymers right now. It's a good ball out wide. And cut back, and Luigi, it's straight to Alcindor.
He's there. The man is right there.
Distribution is good as well. No, you have to play the pass wide. You can't waste Speedy's run. Doesn't have too many of those left. It's a good ball. And it's going to be another corner.
Good defending there by Brian.
Well, Jarry's come on and done a very good job.
Yes, he has.
He's come on to steady the ship, and he's righted the ship. And no more goals are scored.
Well, that's Joseph who goes down. As Junior wheels his way into the 18. Junior still Junior. And he's not going to score tonight.
Junior Anthony. I think Junior likes what he's seen from Alcindor. He doesn't want to diminish his confidence anymore, so he won't score any more goals.
That player has been down for some time.
And now it's a shot coming in.
Goes wide.
Well, it's pushed over by Alcindor. It was pushed over. It will be a corner.
Ooh. Then it's all he got a hand to that one.
It's Shutter. Shutter's coming in. Man, Kevin Lee.
He is. And that is for
Luigi. Is it? No, it's not Luigi.
It's for Anthony.
It is for Junior. So Luigi was starting to make his way off. He thought it was for him, but it wasn't. Clyde Hughes strikes the ground initially, so the corner is not his best. It could have fallen there, but the touch was a bit loose by Terry. He's still going. That's a good shot. Oh, just past the post. Ball whipped in. Alcindor misreads this one. But just behind Clyde Hughes.
Got a hand to it that paid crucial.
Hughes already has a goal in the league. Scored from a corner kick. Clyde Hughes.
Yes.
But he was so proud to show me that when I was coming home from St. Martin. I met him in St. Martin. He was so proud to show me that goal.
It was a classic goal.
It was a very, very good goal for Clyde Hughes.
Joseph.
Felipe Joseph here. Free kick. The Lymers way. Both collided and they're both on the ground right now. Arthur Hilton says it will be Lymers' ball. He's back on his feet now, Felipe Joseph. Well, coming up tomorrow.
Substitution for. Well, the substitute has been substituted for the Predators.
Predators, yes. What? Coming up tomorrow, it's semi-final number 2. Two sides that you never really know what you're going to get from them on the day. Is the Uprising FC. They take on the Spartans FC. Those ones you just don't know which version of them will turn up. Hilton has a card for someone on the bench. It's not Soa, so it's
Colin.
It's either Liddy or Grant who got the card. Maybe Colin Liddy.
Liddy got the card. Grant is on the field.
No, not young Grant, older Grant.
Yeah. No, it was Liddy who got the. Grant is the one that is standing. That is the
Yes, Soa is the one that's sitting. Yes.
Yes. Colin got that card.
It's Kevin Lee. Versatile Lee. He's playing in midfield now. Played striker a couple of games ago. Played left back the game before. Luigi.
Started it. He's trying to finish it.
Well, and look at the Uprising side. You have to wonder about the fitness. As Luigi hits one. I wonder about the fitness of the man. Fu. We saw that he had to limp off last game after a collision with Sidhu. Well, that wasn't a good-looking challenge at all. So it'll be a free kick to the Predators.
And so, Doc, you're fearful of food.
I don't know, it's just questions. The questions that you have to ask and you have to answer because you can game plan for food being there. You have to game plan for food not being there as well. And then who will replace him? Will Roshani come back into the side? Will they use a Trey from the start? Will the man Jermaine Murray start? You have to game plan for the team with food and the team without food. Without food, you have so many other options. So you have to be prepared and doubly prepared. So you have to wonder about the fitness of the man Fu. We saw that Defari Francis was out for a while with injury, but he is back in the midfield for that Uprising side. Deans missed the game of suspension, but he is back and he's rearing to go. Jordan Deans. Very good player, Deans. Joran Gale has been finding some goal-scoring form since he's come back.
He has, indeed.
He's found some serious goal-scoring form, Joran Gale. He's up there, the goal-scoring charts. Him, Tamarcus, and Luigi. I don't know what order they're in, but they're all up there.
Doc tomorrow in the first encounter, it's going to be Uprising. They'll be taking on Spartans in the second semi-final of the D-League. And in our primetime game, it's going to be the Gazelles. They're up against the Shining Stars.
Well, for the Gazelles, will they have their full side from the start as Luigi hits one? Hilton said, I saw 90. I don't want to see a second more. That's it. That's all. Calm, composed, clinical Lions performance. 3 goals to 0. Scored 3 in the first half. Pulled some key players. Avoided all injuries. Safe passage to the final. We'll see the winner of tomorrow's fixture. Tomorrow it's the Spartans and the Uprising. Then it's the Shining Stars and the Gazelles. Join us tomorrow for more footballing action here at the REGTC. But for now, we will take you back to Master Control.